I'm hoping for a nice straightforward repair. Let's crack on. Hello and welcome to another MrBetaByte video, and this one's a little bit different insofar as we are looking at a Sony C5, SL-C5UB to be exact. And this is a repair from Kevin. Hi Kevin, hope all is well with you. And this machine is in excellent condition. It's really very, very lovely. And I'm sort of hoping that it just needs a belt kit. I've also got a pinch roller for it, which is great. And probably the capacitors in the servo section. And we also have to do the buttons for the clock, and we should have a good machine. Yeah, it'd be nice to have a sort of straightforward repair again. Might notice the HF950 behind, which has been in a couple of videos now. Lots wrong with that, and a future video on it coming up as well, so keep an eye out for that. It should be quite interesting. I've had it a while, but yeah, let's crack on. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is power it up. Well, I'll take the covers off first, I think. Just do a quick check. Then we'll power it up, see what it's doing and not doing. But the very first thing I'm going to have to do is sort out this plug. What's happened to that? But yeah, it's a little bit secondhand, so I'll get that changed now. So new plug's on. Even got a little cable strain relief thing going on there, which is quite cool. I forgot I had those. So let's get the top off. Okay, so top's off, looking very, very clean. It's really lovely. There's some wear on the head drum, but it's not terrible. And yeah, it's looking really very nice. So I suppose, well, let's just power it up and see what happens. Cool. So, yeah, that's actually a little bit, well, oh yeah, it is trying to. Oh, actually, okay. There's a bit of card in there. Is it a bit? No, it's a bit of wood. Huh. So it was sort of jamming against that, I think. It's actually not half bad. Belts, I mean, you can see the belts are worn, but that's not bad at all. Let's try tape. Okay, so place your bets now on the servo issues. How bad are they going to be? Let's try fast forward first of all. Oh. We don't seem to have any tape operation. Wonder why that is. Have we got a bad end sensor? I can't remember if one of them causes the whole thing to not work. Oh, there we go. Oh, what that was all about. Bearings are a bit noisy. But they seem to be quietening down. Yeah, so it does need... It needs a service, definitely. Oh, those bearings do sound a bit rough. But like I say, I think that should settle down. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Oh, yeah, they are quite rough. Okay, well, let's just get a capture going. Okay, so we're playing, and to be fair, that isn't terrible. It's sort of, yeah, I mean, obviously we have capstone and head servo issues, but that isn't bad. I've seen far worse. So, okay, so we need belts. We'll do the pinch roller as well, and we'll do the capacitors in the servo section, and then we should have a good machine. Oh, of course, we'll have to do these as well, because these are totally short clock sets. Let's see if we can actually, because sometimes, even if they're not, no. Sometimes even if they're not sort of feeling like they're doing anything, they will do something. But yeah. Okay, yeah, let's crack on. Well, I've left it on for a few minutes, and the bearings have settled down, which is great. I just wanted to sort of see if they would, if I went too much further, and they have. Sounding great. Servo, yeah, it's what you'd expect, really. Yeah. So I've got my Sony Servo caps kit bag. So quite a collection of caps there to replace the those blue Sanyos. So let's crack on. We'll get those done first, and then I think we'll do the belts underneath, and then we'll do the belts on the top of the deck, and job will be a good one. Let's crack on. Okay, so bottom cover's off, and let's just drop the panel. Okay, so two Sanyos there, drum, capstan servo, that one, it's looking like that might be it. Is it really only 4? I thought there were more than that. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's it. Okay, well, I can live with that. Interesting. Okay, I'll get those changed. I won't show it because I've shown it before. And we'll see if that improves the playback. Let's crack on. So all done. We've got a 0.33, a 1 microfarad and 2.47 microfarad caps, all 25 volts. So I've replaced them with tantalums, and they're rated 35 volts, these ones. So we should be all good to go. And yeah, I'm actually tempted, before I do the belts, just to give it a try to see what it looks like. Usually I don't tend to find that I have to do much adjustment, but we'll see. Occasionally, yeah, sometimes you do. So yeah, let's give it a try, see what it's like. Let's crack on. Okay, so let's give it a try. Yeah, that's perfect. Lovely. Let's try the tracking. Furthest left, furthest right. So it just cuts in. Gosh, this is a really nice machine, isn't it? Okay. So black and white for the pause. So I do remember reading about this on PAL site about basically having colour in pause and picture search, and on PAL site it actually says colour in picture search, but I haven't actually tried that yet. But I've got colour in pause, and it's not bad. Sometimes you get, I mean, that's going to happen, isn't it? But you can get some really good. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess, but it does keep the colour. Now on PAL site it actually says about removing the transistor, the colour muting transistor, but that's on board CR13, which is actually, well, you've got to take the tuning unit out to get to the back of that. I suppose you could cut a leg, but I sort of quite like it, so it's easy to return it back to how it was before if you want to. So look at the circuit diagram. CR13, you've got the playback chrominance in and out coming here, and you have mono, how do they describe it? Mono signal out, or in this case, coming in here, and this is basically on, I think it's, yeah, number 3. It goes in, switches that transistor, and also switches that transistor, and it's basically making it black and white, I assume, because, well, yeah, that's what it seems to do. It's basically muting the colour. So luminance comes in here, and chrominance comes in here, and it just mutes the chrominance. So yeah, that's actually pretty interesting how that's done. So by literally just pulling out the yellow wire from CN4, so here, well, we CN 1004 as it says there, but on the panel it's CN4. By just lifting out yellow out of the connector, it stops the mute, which is really, that's really quite cool. It's nice and simple. So like I say, it's never going to be great. It's not that refined, but you know, it's not bad at all. Yeah, that's what I recorded on the C20 the other day. When I was testing it, so I recorded the C20 on the C20, the video on the C20 on the C20. So yeah, but I mean that's not bad. It's not bad still, and I think partly why Sony did it was because this was the lesser beast of the two from the C5 and C7, and basically they wanted to sell more C7s with that additional feature, basically, of having a colour pause. So I know there's a little bit more sort of refinement in the colour and the pause and picture search circuitry, just to make it a bit cleaner. But I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. You see there's a bit of a flicker there. I wouldn't say that's really much worse than a C7. And this has got good heads, so why not? Why not have the colour? What I will do, I'll just to make sure that I'm happy, I will, that is all it takes, is I will record some black and whites with this now, and then play back that black and white video, just to make sure that black and white itself is actually fine. We're not getting lots of colour mess and artifacts and whatever. So yeah, I'll crack on and do that now. Okay, well, I've recorded some black and white, and yeah, it's absolutely fine. There's no sort of strange colour sort of kicking in and out. It's a little bit wobbly, which I expect because I've not serviced this yet. I still have all the belts to do. But I am going to leave it there. This is going to be the part one. And in part two, we'll do the belts, we'll sort out the timer, and we'll find out if any more bits are going to fall out. I had this fall out, which is quite interesting. But yeah, before we do close off, I'll just show you where that that wire actually is that you need to remove. What I'm actually going to do, I've put some black tape on it, but I'm going to put some heat shrink on just to make it tidy. But yeah, I'll just show you where that is. So it's certainly a lot simpler than actually removing the muting transistor. But basically it's pin 6 of CN4 and yellow wire. And so that would have been there. Put some heat shrink on there just to protect it. And it makes it easily reversible. This just pushes back in once you remove this. The little clip's still there. So yeah, that's really great. I also cleaned the switch. This I was finding the video in was very intermittent. Well, not intermittent, but just flickery and sort of ghosty. And I found it, if I flick this enough, it would sort of improve. So I've put some Deoxit in there, yeah, that's actually working fine now. I am looking for something other than Deoxit at the moment. I like Deoxit, it works well, but I need something that is European and where the top doesn't keep falling off. I've had every tin I've had, the actual top falls off, and it's really annoying. So yeah, any suggestions, let me know in the comments. Let's crack on. So I'm just playing back the recording I made, black and white film, yeah, it's absolutely fine. There's no sort of colour noise or anything. I really didn't expect it, but it just sort of proves that just removing that yellow wire is enough. No removing transistors or having to take that panel out, which is under here. So yeah, that's really good. Really pleased with that. So yeah, so I'm going to leave this here now. Running out of time again, but it's actually not a bad place to leave it, especially as, I mean, it is actually working. It's just it will need, well, it has to have the belts, because those belts are not going to last long at all. We've got IPA tyres as well, and we've got the pinch roller, and this machine is well worth saving. Really is. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to actually finishing it off. We'll do the timer buttons as well and see if there's any more interesting bits and pieces. I had a paperclip fall out of it, of all things. Of course, we had that piece of wood right at the beginning. So yeah, it's quite an interesting machine for random bits and pieces. But yeah, with that, I hope you enjoyed this one. Just a short one this week, and look forward to seeing you in another video. Bye for now.